And Riso, I am the obsessive compulsive gamer of the O.C.G, and I'm here playing Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. No, I'm not doing Castlevania 2 because I think it fucking sucks, and it is no fun. And while I want to do a lot of Castlevania games, I'm not going to do a game that I outright fucking hate, so... Nope, can't jump on stairs yet. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I can walk on those, but I can't jump on them, and they'll spin after I jump on them. Okay. I can work with that. Oh, fuck. Not these things. In the first level? What the fuck? Yeah, let's try doing this. Ah. Oh, shit. Okay, I can do one better. I know I can. Oh, God. Hey, how's it going, man? God, I hate these fuckers. Yeah. I've been streaming that much lately. I've had a lot on my plate, a lot of stuff I'm going through in my life lately. And I hadn't streamed in like 9 days, and I felt really bad about that because I've been pretty on top of streaming. So I said, fuck it, and I come back, and this is just when I came back. I didn't really plan for it to happen. I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So. Oh shit, there actually wasn't a boss on that stage. Yeah, I'm doing okay streams wise. I've had a rough couple of weeks. Wasn't really feeling myself. I had a lot of flare-ups with my mental health. So I did want to stream partially because I wasn't, myself, and also because I didn't want people to see how bad my O.C.G had been. So, but at the same time, I can't just let it go. This channel, YouTube, is my dream. And if I don't keep uploading, it's gonna die, so. And I don't want that to happen. Let's see where each path goes. Okay, this is more woods. Okay, there's like a bog. You know what? No. Nope, I'm going this way. The fact that that has quicksand guarantees I'm not going to take that path. Yeah. But, at the end of the day, like I said, I wasn't feeling myself, and me not feeling myself made me not want to stream, and then I also didn't want people to see, so, but I'm back. I'm gonna be doing my damnedest to get back into doing it every day, so, and I'm starting that off with Castlevania. Just played through the entire first game, skipped the second because, well, I mean, Simon's Quest fucking sucks, so. Like, I had heard that it was bad. Okay, we've all heard that Simon's Quest is bad. But you know what? I'm gonna play it. Just give it the benefit of the doubt. Like, no, it really is fucking terrible. And you can't even hit it with the well, it was good for the time, because no, it wasn't. Okay, it came out in 1987. 1 year after Metroid, so it's like if you wanted to play Metroid, a much better, if you wanted to play a type of game like that, a much better game like that came out the year before. So even at the time that, even at the time that Simon's Quest released, there was much better alternatives. Fucking staircases, man. They're so tricky. You know, I don't need a game to hold my hand for every little thing, you know? I'm not an IGN reviewer. But a game that has you literally saying, where the fuck do I go? Constantly, it's not for me. And it's like, the answers to what you're doing are so fucking nonsensical in that game that it seems like you're doing something that would be there to unlock like a hidden level, but it's just to progress. You know, I respect them for trying something different. Castlevania was a big success when it came out. And they could have been like, oh, hey, what's me to do that? I respect them for having the balls to say, you know, let's try something different. It just didn't work. So, you know, in this instance, going back to what works was 100% the right decision to make. Because, you know, Castlevania 3 is actually really good. A lot of people think it's one, you know, the best in the NES ones, which I'll probably agree to. And a lot of people think it's their favorite Castlevania. I wouldn't say that. I'd say my favorite Castlevania overall is probably Super Castlevania 4. I fucking love Castlevania 4. But 3 is great too. Oh man, I didn't save the whole time. Fuck. Oh well. At least now I know what to do. Son of a fucking... Oh, that's so easy to kill yourself with that. But yeah. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna keep the Holy Cross. Fuck. Okay, I can do better. Come on, Karen. Ah, fuck. See, yeah, it's just, I see something, I break it. And you know, I love Symphony of the Night. I do. I'm not like, oh, actually, Symphony of the Night wasn't good. You see? But at the same time, the problem with Symphony of the Night is the problem with a lot of games like that, where it'll be a popular game, and deservedly so, but it will just supersede every other game in the series to the point where most people act like the other games don't exist. You know? Like, Symphony of the Night is fucking great. It provided a much-needed course correction after the fucking god-awful 3D Castlevanias. The 64 Castlevania. It, you know, obviously took inspiration from Metroid, but did it in a way that nobody had ever seen before. It had beautiful art. You know, the voice acting in the original was so bad it was good. It was a really great game, but it's like, it's not the only fucking Castlevania game that exists. But the way, you know, people talk about it, it's like it might as well be the only one that exists. So, it's the same way that, you know, like, Silent Hill It's such a great series, but like 95% of people will only talk about Silent Hill 2. And it's not that Silent Hill 2 isn't great. It fucking is, but it's like, there's, a lot of other great Silent Hill games. And in fact, I would say Silent Hill 3 is my favorite. I liked it a lot more than 2. That doesn't mean I'm not excited for 2, mind you. Or that doesn't mean I don't like 2, or I'm not excited for the 2 remake. I actually think the remake of 2 was fucking amazing. I'm trying to get it. Hopefully, I've calculated it. And I should have enough money to get it. So hopefully I'll be able to get the remake for 2 at launch. Because yeah, you're not missing anything. It is fucking notoriously bad. Like, it's terrible. Like, it's like legendarily bad. And that's the reason why you haven't seen it. Because it fucking sucks. So a lot of people don't talk about it. Like, the fan base tries to pretend that it doesn't exist. And it's like, there's actually 2 for 64, but it gets kind of complicated because you have Castlevania, which is called Castlevania 64, actually just called Castlevania. So people gave it 64, obviously. It's a fucking piece of shit to, I mean, that right out of the way, the fact they just call it Castlevania should let you know. But then after that, they did Legacy of Darkness, and Legacy of Darkness is simultaneously a prequel to the 64 one, but also a remake of the 64 one, because the Castlevania 64 has 2 campaigns, a chick and a dude, and Legacy of Darkness has a new campaign where you play as a werewolf guy, which is kind of cool in concept, and then it brings back the campaigns from the original game, but upgraded, and it's slightly better, but it's not that much better. It's fucking weird. Thankfully, they did redeem themselves. Lords of Shadow is pretty great. Okay, so, oh, hold on. Got it. Okay. Lords of Shadow 1 is fucking fantastic. I highly recommend that you find a way to play it. It's on PC. It's backwards compatible on Xbox One and Xbox Series X. It's one of the 360 games they made backwards compatible. It's on PS3 if you have a PS3, 360. I highly, highly recommend that you play Lords of Shadow. And yeah, you have to give it an open mind, because it's its own thing. It was meant to be a new start for Castlevania. Because, the old formula had already been done to death. People saying, oh, so... But Lords of Shadow is really fucking great. It is made, it's technically made by Konami, but it's not really. It's made by Mercury Steam. They're a Spanish company, and they're the guys who did the Metroid Dread and Metroid Samus Returns. But before that, they did, Lords of Shadow. And it has that definite vibe to it because it's made by a predominantly Spanish team. It doesn't have the same vibe as a Japanese team, which is actually kind of refreshing. And it's a very different kind of game because it's like a bunch of different things thrown into a pot. Because it has combat that's very similar to like classic God of War. Like he uses the whip Like Kratos would use the Blades of Chaos in the classic God of War games, but you have light and shadow magic. If you hold the left trigger, you use light magic, and if you hold the right trigger, you use shadow magic. And shadow magic does more damage, and light magic heals you when you attack. So you have to alternate between light attacks and dark attacks, and you have separate mana for each. And then like you use whip and you use tools, and it's a very heavy emphasis on combat. And it's great. It still has a good mixture of platforming, but it's not the platforming in the traditional sense. It's more platforming like kind of Uncharted, where you're scaling walls and you use the whip to swing, so it's heavier and weightier platforming. But mainly it excels in the world and the atmosphere. Without a doubt, Lords of Shadow has one of the best art styles and art directions of any game I've ever played. On paper, it's all the standard shit. You fight werewolves, you fight vampires, you fight, necromancers, undead, wraiths and shit, zombies, all of the classic, like, mainstay Castlevania enemies. And you go through forest, you go through icy waste, you go through a castle, vampire castle. But the fucking art direction of Lords of Shadow is so great that it just took my breath away. And like the classic God of War games, it has a fixed camera. You're not moving the camera around. And it came out in like 2010. So, it was well into 360 and PS3. And it pushed the fucking console super hard. It was one of the most visually demanding games on PS3 and 360. Even more than God of War. Like, there are times when it actually, like, it was almost too demanding because it could dip down to like 15 frames a second. It was never unplayable, but it definitely was a game that was pushing 360 and PS3 to the fucking limit. And when you combine that with the camera angles where they're only loading it up, they really cranked some fucking mind-blowing visuals out of Lords of Shadow. And like I said, when you combine that with the art direction, it is just a fucking stunning game. Like you go to Pan's garden, and he's a faun, of course, Pan, like Pan's Labyrinth. And light's drifting through the canopies, and there's tons of grass and foliage, and you can like actually run into the foliage and interact with it, which a lot of foliage at that point didn't do that in games. It was like if PS4 and Xbox One is where like interactive foliage became a thing where you move through it and you can actually see the foliage move. This game had that. You'll come across a snowy castle and the camera will pan out and show a massive castle all the way in the distance as you're running towards it. And it's like a really dark fantasy. It's brutal, it's bloody, but it's vibrant. It's not like grimdark, you know what I mean? Where it's like everything is brown and colorless, but it's mature, it's not, sanitized. Oh, and I can't even do it justice. Like I said, like if you look up like gameplay footage of Lords of Shadow, you would be fucking astounded that the game came out in 2010. That the game is almost 15 years old. Lords of Shadow looks so fucking great. And if it was just technical, it'd be one thing. But it has an amazing art direction and amazing graphics. It just comes to it, and the atmosphere is so fucking great. Because okay, so a lot of games that have combat or focus on combat, shooting, slashing, they have a tendency to have enemies all the time. You have to constantly be fighting something. You have to constantly be shooting something. And you don't need to do that. And one of the things that I really love the most about Lords of Shadow is it really takes time to set up the mood. There's tons of combat, of course there is, but there's a large chunks of the game where there isn't combat, where you're walking around, you're exploring, you're solving puzzles, and you're getting the atmosphere. And, you know, like, I'm not even doing it justice, because there are times when it almost has like a haunting, beautiful atmosphere, like darkly beautiful. You know, you'll be walking and you'll see this majestic landscape over the hill, and it'll play like somber, quiet music, and there'll be no combat. You'll just be sitting there walking around exploring this beautiful, dark world. You know? And it's, like I said, it's not like a walking simulator, but they always make sure to give you enough time where to just sit and breathe and soak in the atmosphere, which, like I said, with the art direction and the graphics, you want to. And the fucking soundtrack is spectacular. There's this particular theme that plays during the quiet moments. It's called the Belmont theme, as you might think. And it's like, no, 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 no. So, like, you'll just be sitting there and hear this beautiful somber music with piano and like a violin. And it's not like super in your face, but it's just a quiet beat while you're sitting there soaking in this atmosphere. And, you know, they said when they were making the game that they wanted a lonely hero. That's like the whole theme of the game, is he's this lonely hero trying to undertake this journey. Because basically your wife dies. That's not a spoiler. That's like the beginning setup of the game. Your wife dies. You're trying to bring her back to life. If you do this, and this, you can, you know, you're supposed to be able to bring her back to life. So he's alone trying to bring back the love of his life. So like the whole theme of the game is like a tragic hero, a sad hero. So they really take the time to showcase that. And, you know, see, that's the thing, is it helps the pace more than people think, because you can only fire on all cylinders, right, for so long. Doesn't matter what it is, action movie, game, you know. If you're constantly going at 10, it loses all meaning. So it's like, you have one enemy pop up that beats your ass. It's like, holy shit. But then you have that enemy pop up again and 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 again. And by the 10th time you fight the same fucking enemy, oh, it's lost all luster. You know? So when you constantly have combat, or you constantly have shooting, or you constantly have this or that, it starts to wear on you, and there's no differentiating factor. So you might think, well, if a game developer, a game writer, a movie director might think, if I could deliver a 10 all the way through, just in your face, it's good, right? Because I'm going at max volume. But if you go that way nonstop, it just loses all meaning. So counterintuitively, having the peaks and valleys, having the quieter moments between the combat, doesn't lessen the combat, it greatens its impact. If that makes sense. So, you know, and I applaud them, because that is something that modern games fall into the trap of. We have to have you fighting this. We have to have something going on every single second of every minute of the game, so that the person doesn't lose attention. You know, it's like the Zoomers with the fucking 15-second attention span. You know, and we've hurt our movies, our shows, because we condense them down into these snippets, because we don't think people have the patience, and we get that short, like, dopamine hit, but we don't get some of that long satisfaction. So it's definitely risky to have parts where it's dead silent, just quiet. But those parts are fucking so so important to atmosphere and mood. It's like, and especially in a horror game, because in horror, it's not just about what's happening, it's about what's not happening. Okay? Yes, popping up a monster is scary. But every time there's not a monster, and you open a door, you look in a cupboard, you're thinking, where is it? Where it's going to pop out? And that anticipation is incredibly effective. But if you just have a monster chasing you all the time, there is no suspense. There's no pace. It's not built up. Sometimes the lead up to something can be just as important as the thing itself. For example, take music. A key component of music is not just what is being played, but what is not being played. Okay? When you think about it, a huge portion of music is the space between the notes, which is technically where nothing's happening. So if you had a note playing every single second, constantly it's just but then you space that beat out, and it suddenly it's bum, 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 bum. So what seems like nothing is what creates the beat. The space between the things is just as important as the thing. And that's that's something that I don't ever see anybody talking about with music. It's just as important, the gap between the notes, as the notes. So having that downtime, having the time where you can just sit and think and kind of bask in the environment is really great. And I fucking applaud them for it, especially in a game that it's in a hack and slash genre, like Devil May Cry, God of War, and a lot of games like that kind of feel the need to constantly throw shit at you. Hold on a second, I gotta let my cat in. So, and Lords of Shadow is like a prequel story to the whole series. It takes place in like 1095, so it takes place technically in like the actual medieval Dark Ages, and you're basically like a paladin, Gabriel. Excuse me. Your wife dies, and you can get the chance to bring her back to life, but you need the 3 pieces of the God Mask, and those pieces are each held by one of the Lords of Shadow. Hence why it's called Lords of Shadow. The Lycan Lord, the Vampire Lord, and the Lich Lord, the Undead Lord, the Necromancer. So each part of the game is broken into like 3 major acts, for each of the lords, and then it's broken into chapters, and then it's broken into levels. So there's like a ton of variety. It's actually a pretty long game. It's like 20 hours for a first playthrough, which for a hack and slash is insanely fucking long because there's so much depth. Like, you don't even get to the castle, like the standard Castlevania castle, until you're like halfway through the game. And then the castle isn't even the end of the game. Yeah, I definitely have to. I can technically play through it right now. I'd have to jump through special hoops though. I have it on 360, which means I have it on Series X. Because it's backwards compatible. The only problem is that fucking Konami blocked it from streaming. You can't stream it the traditional way. The same thing they did with the Metal Gear Solid games that are backwards compatible. So I have a tablet that I have for certain games that I can't stream the normal way, older games or stuff like that. So I take the tablet and I set it up to record the screen, like directly capture the screen, And it's ghetto, it's jank, but it's a solution, and then I read the chat on my phone. So it's like literally capturing my screen from the room. Like how it used to be before there was capture cards and shit. So, I can stream Lords of Shadow, I just have to do it that way, captured from the tablet. Like, I have a couch right there, and I prop the tablet up and video record the screen and stream it. Like I said, it's janky. Obviously, I'd prefer to just be able to stream it, but Konami fucking put a blocker on the stream, so you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I can definitely get around to streaming that. If I had a capture card, it wouldn't be an issue, but I don't have a capture card in a PC to bypass the thing, so I gotta make do with what I got. But yeah, I honestly can't recommend Lords of Shadow enough. And it has some, like, really, really fucking great story moments. Like, it has some, like, twists, like, holy shit. Without spoiling it, Lords of Shadow has one of the best endings to any game I've ever played. It is truly an ending that will make you say, what the fuck? In a good way. Like, the ending is just like a fucking mind fuck. Like, I mean, it's like one of the most, like, acclaimed endings ever. And it's got a lot of good voice actors in it. Robert Carlyle plays Gabriel Belmont, and he's the guy from the Full Monty. If you've seen the Full Monty, the main guy from the Full Monty, or he's Rumpelstiltskin in Once Upon a Time. He's a very beloved British actor. So he does that, and then Patrick Stewart, who I'm sure you know who Patrick Stewart is. He's not only a character in the game, he's the narrator for every level. So having Patrick Stewart as the narrator is fucking awesome. And I mean, he didn't phone it in either. You know what I mean? He's not like a celebrity phoning it in. He was an integral part of the game. Like, he's not like a cameo character. You know what I mean? Like, oh look, we got Patrick Stewart. He's like one of the major characters in the game. He appears in both the story and as the narrator for every level. So, like, he's in it a lot. You know, because there's a tendency with actors where they'll be in a game but they'll just fucking phone the performance in. He does not. So it's like, having Patrick Stewart be one of the main characters in the game is fucking awesome. I honestly, I love Patrick Stewart. So, like, he's one of my favorite actors, so I was tickled. Like, I was really tickled to see that he's in it. How do you even damage this guy? What the fuck? What? And, you know, there's three Lords of Shadow games. Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate, and Lords of Shadow 2. You know, Mirror of Fate's really good as well. Mirror of Fate was originally released for the 3DS, and it's like if classic Castlevania and Lords of Shadow had a baby. So it's like it's 2D, but it's like 2.5D, you know, 3D models, 2D perspective. and it's like it has the classic Castlevania gameplay, but the over-the-top combat of Lords of the Shadow. So it's like a fusion of classic Castlevania and Lords of Shadow. And you play 3 generations of Belmonts. You play Trevor, Simon, and Alucard in the same game, and each one has their own campaign and goes through the castle at a different point in time, fighting Dracula. So it's really cool. And then Lords of Shadow 2 is really uneven, unfortunately. Lords of Shadow 2 is the only one where it's like uneven because it got super ambitious. It had like an open world. It had like going between the past and the present, a modern day city and the castle and all that stuff. But it was like super uneven. So like when Lords of Shadow 2 is fucking great, it's fucking great. But then when it's bad, it's really bad. But I still think Lords of Shadow 2 is worth playing because, like I said, when it's good, it's really good. And like I'm like Lords of Shadow has a fucking mind-blowing ending. It's the type of ending that makes you want to replay the entire game because you're now seeing the game in a different light. And it's a mind-blowing fucking thing. How the fuck do I hurt this guy? What the hell? Fucking. Yeah, 360 and PS3 was a great generation. Although I'm not one of those types of people that says modern gaming sucks. I don't think so. I think modern gaming is great. Modern gaming isn't perfect, but there's lots of good stuff to love in modern gaming. Like people say, I've literally seen people say, PS5 and Series X are the worst console generation. This is the worst console generation ever. Like, fucking really, man? There's been so many great games that have come out this generation. Like, what? For you to say it's the worst generation of all time, like ever in gaming, come on. There has been mistakes. There's been trends I hate. I hate fucking battle royale. I hate free to play. Trends like that started this generation suck. But well, okay, free to play didn't start this generation, but it became like a huge thing this generation. Gotcha games like Genshin Impact became a thing. So there's definitely things in modern gaming that I don't like, things that I hate. Trends gaming as a whole sucks. For every bad thing in modern gaming, there's something really good. I mean, like I said, 2023 was last year, so modern gaming, okay? And 2023 was one of the most jam-packed years for gaming I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Like, the sheer amount of games that were fucking amazing that came out in 2023 was fucking insane. Dead Space Remake, fucking awesome. Exceeded my expectations, way better than even I thought possible. Forspoken. I actually like Forspoken. It has the story gets better and the gameplay's fucking incredible. Hold on. Hold on a second. Like there's too many. I have to look up a list because it's ridiculous. And that's like one of the people who like 2024 sucks for games. No, it doesn't suck for games. It just seems like it sucks for games because 2023 was so jam packed that 2024 seems like fucking light work when it's closer to normal. Okay, so 2023. I'm trying to find. Hold on. Like so many good games come in 2023. It's fucking insane. The Dead Space remake, Forspoken, Hi-Fi Rush, fucking awesome game. Uh, SpongeBob, SquarePants, Cosmic Shake. I haven't played it. I've heard really good things though.
Metroid Prime Remastered, which is like a fucking remake, fucking amazing. Hogwarts Legacy, fucking amazing. Well, Hogwarts Legacy, hold on. Yeah, fucking amazing. Love Hogwarts Legacy. I don't care about the controversy. I absolutely love it. They can eat my balls. I fucking love Hogwarts Legacy. It's a fantastic game. Uh, Return. Well, that's for PC, so I'm not going to count that. Um, Atomic Heart, fucking great. Uneven, but for indie studio, great. Like a Dragon Ishin, fucking amazing. One of the best Yakuza games. And I'm calling it Yakuza, okay? They call it Yakuza in America and the rest of the world for like 15 years. I'm not calling it Like a Dragon, okay? You don't just fucking retcon Sue's name after 15 years. Uh, Octopath Traveler 2. Wolong Fallen Dynasty, fucking great. More, come on. Remnant 2, fucking love Remnant 2. Hold on. There was more. What the fuck? Yeah, Dead Island 2 surprisingly turned out to be great after spinning like they literally went through 3 separate canceled versions of Dead Island 2. They came out fucking awesome. Okay, so against after like 10 years of development, after 3 restarts, after multiple companies, it actually turned out to be really good. Better than it had any right to be. Let me see. Bramble the Mountain King, fucking awesome indie game. Jedi Survivor, fucking incredible. I know it launched with issues, but Jedi Survivor, after they fixed it, it's now really good. It's fucking amazing. One of the best games I've ever played. My favorite Star Wars game. Oh my god, I love Jedi Survivor so much. It's still, we just keep going. We're not even having it. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, fucking awesome. That came out almost like right on my birthday, actually. We're still going. Amnesia the Bunker, fucking awesome. Return to Form. Diablo 4, fucking awesome. Actually, Diablo 4 kind of surprised me with how awesome it was. Like, it was better than I thought it would be, actually. My dad really loves it. He loves those top-down dungeon crawlers. I mean, he played, like, so much. Story of Humans 2 Repro had some issues at launch, but it's great. Come on. Pikmin 4, fucking great. I mean, Pikmin is just amazing in general. I don't think Pikmin gets nearly enough love, honestly. It's one of Disney's, not Disney, what am I saying? It's one of Nintendo's most underrated game series. Quake 2 Enhanced Edition, fucking awesome thing of Quake with a whole new campaign. I played through that and all the DLC, got the platinum for it. Fucking fantastic. Bomber Cyberpunk, it was finally, people finally got a fucking follow up to Jet Set Radio. People waited decades for something like that, man. Blasphemous 2 fucking rocks. One of the best Metroidvanias I've ever played. A huge improvement on the first game, and the first game is great. Uh, Sea of Stars. God, I love Sea of Stars. So great. Starfield, which excuse me, I didn't really like Starfield that much, but a lot of people like Starfield, and it's still considered a notable release, so still have to include it. Uh, Gloomhaven. Oh no, hold on. Lies of P. God, Lies of P was so great. One of the best fucking Souls likes ever. One of the only Souls likes that actually stands up to FromSoft games. Lies of P was so great. Still going. Assassin's Creed Mirage, nice return to form after like so long without uh, having a classic Assassin's Creed game. It was cool to get one. Lords of the Fallen, the new Lords of the Fallen, I really liked. Sonic Superstars, I haven't played. I've heard it's really good though. The Slender the Arrival remake, which is fucking great. Spider-Man 2, I don't care what people say. Spider-Man 2 is fucking awesome. In every way better than the first game in every way. I don't understand the hate for Spider-Man 2. People say it sucked or it's disappointing. Like, for me, it fucking exceeded every expectation. Like, it has some of the best movement in any game I've ever played. Like, the web swinging, the suit, oh my god, just Spider-Man 2 is so fucking great. Alan Wake 2. Excuse me. Alan Wake 2, one of my favorite fucking games of all time ever. Alan Wake 2, 10 out of 10, the best game Rooney's ever made. Just almost a fucking perfect game. RoboCop Rogue City, I haven't got to play as much of that as I wanted to, but it looks fucking great and really does RoboCop justice, which is great. Star Ocean Second Story remake, fucking incredible remake. It's one of my games I'm trying to save up and get. I played the demo, played the first several hours, fucking amazing. Just an outstanding remake of a classic game. Like a Dragon, Gaiden, Many Race name, awesome. We're still going. Dragon Quest Monsters Dark Prince. They finally, after like a 15-year break, made a fucking console Dragon Quest Monsters game. I never thought that was gonna fucking happen. It's just awesome. Resident Evil 4 remake, fucking incredible. One of the best remakes of all time. They literally did a reimagining of one of the greatest games ever. Like Resident Evil 4 is so fucking acclaimed that people who don't even like Resident Evil like Resident Evil 4. And they managed to not only do it justice, but they managed to exceed expectations and make it the best version. Like, oh my god, the Resident Evil 4 remake is so fucking good. So, like, all of those games, and even more that I couldn't even list, you know, uh, came out in 2023 alone. That's fucking insane. So then, like, people are trying to say, like, gaming is dead, gaming sucks now. And it's like, bro, you had, like, one of the best fucking years for gaming, like, on record fucking ever, man, last year. And this year's been pretty good, too. Like I said, it seems slow just because last year was so fucking insane. Hold on. I have to Google how to attack this thing. Because this is driving me fucking crazy. Oh, you have to hit him specifically in the eye. Oh, shit, my headset came out.
Like, it's such a tiny, narrow, specific thing. And his eye doesn't even look open. I wonder I didn't fucking figure it out. Okay. Now I at least know what to do. At least now I'm making fucking progress. Shit. I'm trying to go back down and fuck with this candle, see if I can get like a dagger stone to drop. Because you can't even use the fucking clock on this guy, so my attack is fucking useless. My main tool is useless. Ah, fuck it, I'll try again. Oh, at least I'm getting this patterns down. Okay, I think I have an idea how I'm gonna do this. I just have to keep baiting him and slamming it down and then do a jump attack and then back up until we get to the edge and then come over. Okay, I got this. Oh, fucker got me. Shit. Yeah, that's the hardest part right there. Oh shit, I did it. Fuck yeah. But yeah, sorry. I paused the game for such a long time. I just had a lot of things to say about Castlevania, about, games in general. Plus, I just, I haven't been streaming in a while, so I have a lot of mind, a lot of stuff stored up. Once I go, I'm a super passionate person, and I love talking. So fucking shut up. And then, goddamn this game just ended Sorry, Master T is being a bitch. Goddamn this game. Yeah. Well, I know I've already said this about a million fucking times to you in particular, but I've been contemplating doing commentary videos. It's a really popular genre of video on YouTube right now, and it's basically guys just sitting there and giving commentary about life, games, and the world while B-roll of their game footage plays in the background. And I'm already talking about games, and I'm already capturing footage anyway, so it's like I'm already doing half of commentary videos anyway. And that's what they do. They talk about things, and they play game footage in the background. I talk about things, I have game footage, so I'm already doing most of the things. Plus, it's just like, it's really hot on YouTube right now. A lot of people are getting crazy views. Like, a lot of people have just totally made a living off of it. So it's like, I could take off and do well in it. Plus, I can actually record footage while I'm streaming. So it's like I can double dip. Like, I stream a game and I get the gameplay, then I save a part of the gameplay, and then I use that for the commentary video. So I don't even have to play another game to get the video for the commentary video. You know what I'm saying? It's like B-roll from a stream. So I'm using the same content twice and getting the most usage out of it. So I meant to do that. I've actually done a few commentary videos, and they actually did pretty well. Like, they didn't do crazy, but they actually did pretty well, considering I almost never did any. So I'm like, they actually, they did pretty well, even though I hardly do them. So I didn't come back to this, and I just never did, There's a lot of reasons. I didn't think about it. I was distracted. I was focused on the streams. I procrastinated. It's a lot of things. But now that I think about it, I probably am going to do some commentary videos. Just to, finally tick it off the box to say I tried, for one, and for two, because I got a lot of shit to talk about lately. With the world being what it is, and with gaming being what it is, there's been a lot of developments. Like, the people, believe it or not, I actually thought about doing a commentary video because the people who did the day before, and I'm sure you've heard of the day before, one of the biggest fucking scam games ever. It shot up to the #1 game on Steam's wish list. It turned out to be one of the worst games ever made. They lied, they delayed it, they played hooky with their fans. Like, in order to recount to you all the fucking bullshit of the day before, we would need to be here 3 hours. There's like 3-hour retrospectives on YouTube of all the shenanigans they fucking pulled. Fantastic. Fucking Russian troll devs, man. Not paying their employees, having volunteers, fucking having betas that are just open for the staff. Like, it's so hilarious. Like, it's one of the most infamous fucking hated games in gaming. And scandals, you know what I mean? And the game is only out for 4 days before they shut down. and the game then went down and was taken off the store after only like a month. They're back after all that fucking shit. They're back, and not only are they back, right? Because I mean, just off the bat, it would take a fucking miracle to save their reputation, okay? But they're running a fucking Kickstarter, a Kickstarter. So it's like they would already need to have a fucking miracle, just to get revive the reputation after what they did. But the fact that they have the fucking balls, like the sheer testicular fucking fortitude, to ask for people to fund their next game when their last game was one of the biggest blunders in gaming history, and they have a reputation for being one of the biggest dickheads in game developers, is fucking amazing. And they're like, well, we intend to be transparent now, and all. Okay, that ship has fucking sailed. And it wasn't even the game they said. Like, every time they talk about the day before, it's an open world survival game. And it turned out it wasn't. It was an extraction based shooter. So it's like, it wasn't even like, well, they tried to deliver the game. It's like, here's this, and then we come up from behind and fuck you in the ass while you're not looking. And they are all, of all people, are asking for a Kickstarter. Like, you can't make this shit up. And they're like, well, if we don't get money from you guys, we won't be able to return. I'm like, oh no. Anyway, it's crazy. Like, I knew they were crazy, but that is like just fucking a level of stupidity that I cannot even hardly fathom. To blunder and then add a Kickstarter. Like, dog. And, like, their other games that they did before the day before, they fucking rug pulled. Like, they would, like, oh, it's early access, and then we're gonna come and we're gonna fix it, and people are, like, giving it good reviews because it was good for work in progress. Like, the alpha was good, and then they just never finished it. So people were like, oh, okay, you're not gonna support the game, so they never finished it. So, like, these fuckers have, like, a long history of doing this shit, bait and switching people. And now, you know, like, the only thing about the day before was that they didn't ask for any money up front. They like, used the attention from the day before to hawk their other fucking games. They used the attention to shill out their, like, apps. They had a lifestyle app. Just any kind of thing to whore out the name. But they didn't ask for any money up front. Now they're just asking for money up front. So they're basically saying, you know, it's like a fucking con man saying, well, I promise you, I'm not gonna steal your money this time. And you're like, okay. Like, anybody who gives that fucking Kickstarter their money fucking deserves to have that money taken. They are too dumb to keep it. You know, it's like, you know, you're trying to stop somebody from making a mistake. And it's like, you know, like, there's some people that are just asking. They're just asking, you know, like, they're determined to go down in flames, you know, like some people are so stupid. It's like they shouldn't be alive. You know, like, you have some people who are afraid of death. Most of us are afraid of death, and then you have people who aren't afraid of death, who look death in the eye, and then you have people who are just sitting there fucking sticking their ass out, twerking in front of death, fucking asking for it. Oh, you know, so if somebody gives their fucking money to this dev after all they're doing, if they're being on record as you're being, excuse me, so widely known, one of the biggest news stories of the fucking year, you deserve to have your money taken. I don't feel bad for you. It's like, you know, like the whole Logan Paul fucking crypto zoo thing. I kind of feel bad for people who got their money taken, but then it's like, Logan Paul is like one of the most notorious fucking con man asshole douchebags in the history of the internet. And he's done this shit like 3 times. Remember Doink Coin? Where he's literally making a dick joke that literally crashed right away. It was a fucking pump and dump. Remember when he backed Dogecoin and it was a fucking pump and dump? So it's like, He's known for being a douchebag. Just besides everything else, he's a fucking asshole. Notoriously an asshole. Like the highest caliber, him and his brother are the fucking worst. Okay? But it's like he's done this to scam his fan multiple times, then he's like, we're gonna make a game where you can raise money just from playing. And then you give him millions of dollars, like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, like, How many times are you gonna let the fucking stripper take your wallet before you realize she doesn't actually love you, dog? Oh, man. It's fucking wild. It is honestly just fucking wild. So, like, there comes a point where it's like, yeah, he'll be marked. Oh, man. Dude. Okay, let me tell you this, okay? If he KOs Tyson, it was rigged, okay? I'm telling you, if he beats Tyson, it is fucking rigged, okay? I understand Mike Tyson is older, okay? I don't care. Jake Paul is a passable boxer at fucking best. Okay? He's a passable boxer at best. And I'm not going to say he's a bad boxer. He's not a bad boxer. He actually trained, did the work. I have to say, in this one regard, Jake actually beat my expectations because he actually trained how to be a boxer and took the lessons. Like, I thought he was just going to make it a joke and not do anything. He actually trained, put on weight, learned how to actually box to a passable degree. But he's just passable. I mean, in a regular fist fight with somebody, he'd probably come out on top. He's muscular, he knows how to box. And, so I give him props. Maybe the only props I'll ever fucking give any of the Paul brothers, that he actually put in the work to learn how to box. But that's like, he's passable. And Mike Tyson is, like, legitimately one of the greatest, if not the greatest fucking fighter of all time. Because, like, there's obviously a couple contenders. Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, definitely could be, Sonny Liston, George Foreman, back in his prime, was a fucking monster. He beat Muhammad Ali the first time. And the second time Muhammad Ali won and took his title back, the Rumble in the Jungle, one of the most famous boxing matches of all time ever. He still took Muhammad Ali like 20 rounds to beat George Foreman. So even when George Foreman lost, he went 20 rounds in the fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't Muhammad Ali beat him clean. So, like, there's a conversation to be had. Floyd Mayweather literally never lost. Not one fucking time. Floyd Mayweather literally never fucking lost. Even Muhammad Ali, fucking Mike Tyson lost here and there. Obviously, Mike Tyson had way more wins than losses. But fucking, Floyd Mayweather never lost. And he was in boxing for like 20 years. He was the reigning champ. So it's not like he was picking his targets like Pacquiao. Yeah, I agree. Pacquiao, amazing fucking footwork. Also great. One of the only people to actually rival fucking Floyd. He didn't beat him, but he put up, really, really good fight. So, like, there's a conversation to be had about who's the greatest, but without a doubt, Mike Tyson is one of the greatest. And in terms of raw punching power, he's fucking undisputed. Muhammad Ali might be able to dance better. Floyd Mayweather might be able to take more of a beating. Pacquiao also is real light on his feet. But when it comes to fucking sheer destructive power, I don't think there has ever been before, and there may not ever be after, a person that can punch as hard as fucking Mike Tyson. I mean, one of a kind. His left hook is the fucking stuff of legends. You have dudes who have literally been trained their entire life to fight, their championship. Like, you have people like Buster Douglas, who's a mean motherfucker. Just knocked the fuck out. Yeah, Butterbean. I mean, people. I mean, Mike Tyson was so good. He was so fucking strong. His left hook was so devastating that he would win a match so quickly. People would be upset. They would advertise a match for months. Everybody come out, and then he knocked the guy out in 7 fucking seconds. Just boom. I mean, like, literally, like a fucking force of nature. And then, like I'm saying, he can literally take a championship grade boxer, and his left hook was so fucking strong that it could knock them out in one hit. And these boxers were fucking great boxers. But compared to Tyson's punch, man, they were nothing. And it's like Logan Paul or Jake Paul. I'm sorry, Jake Paul. They're interchangeable douchebags. Jake Paul thinks he's going to get in the fucking ring. Oh, I'm young. Okay? Like I said, you're passable at best, dog. I can give you the props for putting in the work, but you're passable at best. And you spend your time fighting people. Besides, Floyd Mayweather didn't give you a challenge. And as soon as Floyd Mayweather came at you, you fucking folded. Mike Tyson will fucking demolish him. Like I said, if Mike Tyson loses, then you'll know the match was fucking rigged. Because there's just no fucking way. And Mike Tyson, man, he's like 55, 60. And he got shredded. He got fucking jacked. So and he took it seriously. So it's like Mike Tyson's not just coming back, he's rusty. He's been training for months for this shit, getting back in the fucking game. You know, even Muhammad Ali. Like even fucking Muhammad Ali has straight up said, you know, that he was afraid of Mike Tyson's punch. Like, obviously, they never got a chance to face each other because by the time Mike Tyson came into the thing, Muhammad Ali had retired. But I even saw a talk show interview between Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson where Mike Tyson was just like, you're the greatest one, and he was totally humble, totally, and this is Mike Tyson in his prime. And Muhammad Ali is like, yeah, he's like, I might be able to outmaneuver you. He's like, I wouldn't want to get hit by your fucking left hook, So even Muhammad Ali is just like, God damn. So, like, I understand. It can be kind of difficult to tell where the line is between what's naturally Jake Paul being a douche and what's him being egotistical to sell tickets. Because, when you're a boxer and you're trying to hype up a match and it's a big thing, you do have to play the part. You have to insult each other to a certain degree. All that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? The spectacle, the show. Like, there's so much, as much of the prep for the fight is the preparation and the personalities of the people in the ring. That's why they have the meetups, the talk, people talking smack, the press events, because it's not just this physical fight, it's this rivalry. And the fight is the pinnacle that they've been building towards, but you still need, like, showing them prepping for the fight, having them come at each other, having them insult each other. That's a part of the fight. So, some of him being douchey to Mike Tyson, I'm sure is an act. But then we know in general that Jake and Logan are both kind of egotistical pricks. So it can be hard to tell what's an act and what's not. But I have to think that he's not that fucking stupid. I would really hope that he's not that fucking stupid. I'm pretty sure he knows that Mike Tyson is going to lay his shit out. Okay? That's the only fucking way that he could win is if Mike took a dive to get a payday, okay? Because, I'm telling you, it wouldn't just be Mike Tyson beats Jake Paul. It would be Jake Paul is lucky to be alive. Jake Paul had to try not to die, okay? Because, I'm telling you, it's not like, with a lot of boxers who are talented, it's like, man, you held your own. That's impressive. Like, even if you didn't win, you can still lose gracefully. You know what I mean? It's like you held your own. Like I said, George Foreman, He lost to Muhammad Ali in the Rumble in the Jungle, but he went 20 rounds. He fucking went the distance. You know what I'm saying? He made Muhammad Ali probably work for it harder than any other fight he ever had. So even though George Foreman lost, you got to give it to him, you know? With Mike Tyson, though, it's not like, well, I'll be impressed if you can hold your own. It's like, I will be impressed if you're still fucking standing when this is over. Like, if you get out of this in one piece, I'll be impressed. That's the thing. You know? Uh, excuse me. You get so many good people, you know? There's lots of people who are good at something. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. Being good's being good, of course. And but it's good. And then every now and then you'll get a great player. You know, it's like, oh, he's great. But it's like every once in a while, maybe once in a generation, maybe once in a lifetime, you will find somebody who is just truly fucking gifted. One of a kind. You know, they're not just good, they're not just great. They're just like they were fucking made for it. And that is Mike Tyson. He took to fucking boxing like a fish took to water. Like it's just a one of a kind. You know? And like I said, it's super rare. You get, good players a lot. You get great players now and again. But like I said, every once in a blue moon, you just get somebody who's just one of a kind. You know, basketball was Michael Jordan. Swimming, Michael Phelps. Hockey. Hockey. Wayne Gretzky, the great one, literally called the fucking great one. What's his name? Fuck. Football player. God, what's his name? Oh my god. What the fuck is that football player's name? He's such a good football player, and he literally just retired. Yeah, Mia Khalifa. That's funny. The throat go. But like I said, every so often you just get somebody who's just one of a kind, fucking gifted. Like a once in a generation, you know what I mean? And that is Mike Tyson. His fucking punches are just something else. You know, and like to be a fucking passable a boxer and think, oh, I'm gonna not this guy. Like Mike Tyson's more than a man in that ring. In that ring, he's a fucking god. If there was a modern God of War, it'd be fucking Mike Tyson. So, oh god. And I'm just hoping. I'm hoping so badly just to see him get the shit knocked out of him. Like, so many people, myself included, have wanted his ass beat for so long, you know? He's such a piece of shit. I just really fucking hope that, Mike Tyson just fucking rocks his shit. Wipes that grin off his stupid fucking face. You know? Because there'd be like a lot of people, it's like, I may not be rooting for you to win, but I'm not waiting for you to fail. But with fucking with Jake Paul, he's such a bitch that I am actively rooting. Yeah, Joe Biden. Yeah. In what fucking future is Joe Biden? I ultimately have to go Joe Biden over Trump, but I can't say he's the greatest. I can't even, like, Joe Biden was most popular. Oh, God. Either way, so you just, like I said, there comes a certain time where you, oh, man. Okay, so I firmly believe that failure is a great teacher. That you need to fall down to learn what it really means to stand up. And you get Karens and douchebags like Jake Paul, who's basically like a fucking male Karen, I swear to God. He's such a whiny bitch. Might as well be a Karen. Who go through their whole life without ever getting told no. They don't ever see actions have consequences. And I think everybody needs to get their ass beat at least once. You fuck with somebody you shouldn't have fucked with, and you get your ass beat. And then you learn, okay, I can't just say bop, 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 and it's just words, okay? And that's the thing that kind of differentiates men from women. I'm not going to go into a long tangent, but basically, women don't expect physical violence, okay? So women can just say a lot of things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's kind of different for men, right? Because when two men get into an argument, even if it's not explicitly stated, there is always the threat of violence. It's always on the table, okay? Even if you're having a pretty calm discussion, there's always that possibility that things are going to go fucking south, and you will fight. It's always on the table, okay? So, when a man is in a conversation with another man, he's having a heated debate, and he pops off and he runs his mouth and he says something, he knows that him saying that could get him punched in the mouth. That he might have to fucking throw down with this guy if he says that. It's in his mind. It's in the back of his head. Even if he's not explicitly thinking it, he knows, I'm one wrong move away from this getting really fucking ugly. So, it creates a certain kind of conviction that men have that a lot of women don't have, where they have a certain weight behind their actions, their words. They have to. With women, they can just say whatever, be hateful, be mean, be bitchy, because 9 times out of 10, another woman's not going to fucking attack them. She might go behind their back. She might shit talk them behind their back. Women can be toxic. They can self-sabotage and all that shit. But they don't usually physically attack each other. They'll tear each other down in other ways. But she can say whatever she wants to the person's face. And that's why you'll see, women holding each other back. No, I would have beat her. And let me take off my earrings. And all that shit. They don't have to have their follow-through. When a man says something confrontational to another man, he is putting his ass on the fucking line. Okay? So he has to measure, if he's not fucking stupid, he has to measure, is me saying this thing worth me possibly getting my shit rocked? And, the whole thing, fuck around and find out. Sorry, excuse me. Just about every guy will pop off his mouth to somebody he shouldn't, fuck with somebody he shouldn't. There's always somebody who's bigger and badder than you, get his ass whooped. And it sounds bad, but it's an important learning lesson.
And it makes you consider your actions very carefully because you know what's on the table and you know how it could go. And I generally believe, like, say a Karen, they say things and with no worry of reprise. They say things with no worry of consequences or repercussions. Because their whole life, people have let them get their way and let them do what they want, let them say what they want. So, I firmly believe, like, just one good ass whooping would cure any Karen. Okay? Like, all it takes is just one fucking just brutal ass beat. You know, you're scooping yourself up off the pavement, and you realize, oh shit, I'm not untouchable. Oh shit, I'm not in the clouds. I'm not 6 foot tall and bulletproof. The things that I say have repercussions, and if I mouth up to somebody I shouldn't, I'm gonna get my shit rocked. You know? And all that tangent, it's a long tangent. But to say that that is exactly what has created Jake and Logan Paul. They came from a pretty good upper middle class household, not like anything crazy, but they had a home. They never had to go without food. They never had to go without water. They never had to want for anything. They went to Vine. They immediately blew up on Vine with minimal effort. Vine fucking died, and they moved to YouTube, and they literally got 6 million subscribers, I think, in 1 year. It's one of the fastest growths of anyone ever, which is fucking insane. Kind of makes me sad, but still, they got called out repeatedly for controversy, and it just slid off them. Like, everybody hates Jake Paul. Everybody hates Logan Paul. They hate the Paul brothers. But how often have they gotten genuine consequences for what they did? Hell, even when fucking uh, Logan Paul fucking videotaped somebody's dead body in the woods, fucking Okigahara, he got a slap on the wrist. He got a demonetization for a few weeks. And then he was right back to normal. When most people who did half that would be banned off the fucking platform forever. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so, like, nobody has held them to fucking account for anything they've done. They've never had to suffer for a bad choice. They've never had to fucking learn there's certain people you don't fuck with. You know? And unless Mike Tyson's been paid to take a fucking dive and lose, you know, which, I mean, they'd have to pay him a fucking insane sum of money. Uh, he is that person. You know what I'm saying? He is that person you don't want to fuck with. Okay? Because, you pop off, you mouth off to Mike Tyson, there's a very real chance that those will be the last words you ever fucking say. So, Mike, Logan Paul is just Logan Paul. I'm Jake Paul. I'm sorry. See how fucking interchangeable those two douchebags are. It's all cocky and shit, man. And it's like, it's funny because it's like if he even thinks he has a fucking chance, he thinks too much of himself. Like, he is going to just get fucking obliterated. Like I said, if Mike Tyson wins that battle or loses that battle, I'm sorry, or even if he uh just has a tie or something, you'll know it's rigged. Like I said, because we all know if Mike Tyson's really trying, he's not gonna, he's going to fucking destroy him. That's what I'm saying, and it's fucking crazy that he thinks he has a chance. That's what I'm saying. It's created by a fucking lifetime of somebody never getting told no and having their way, and ever having to suffer the consequences of their shitty actions. That's why I honestly, genuinely think that for most people, one ass whooping would go a long way. Just to know, okay? You know? I get into a fight with somebody, I have words with a man on the street, I get into a fight, I know, okay, that I have to measure what I say carefully because there's a very real chance that it's going to go south and he may try to beat my ass, he may succeed in beating my ass, he may pull a gun, he may fucking stab me. You just don't know, okay? So I know that if I'm going to pop off and mouth something, I better fucking mean it. And I better be willing to back that up. Okay, and I have to. So when I say something, I fucking mean it. Okay? I'm in an argument with a guy and I've decided to insult him for whatever reason. Let's say he pissed me off, he bumped into me in the street. I know that he could hit me. And I've decided to fucking say it anyway. I may even lose, and you have to fucking weigh that in your head, because it doesn't matter how good you are. I like to think that I can take care of myself reasonably well. I've been taught self-defense. I have some weapons training. You know, I know a bit of boxing myself. But there's always somebody who's bigger, badder, and stronger than you. Always. And you never know when you're going to be unlucky and you're going to pull that card and you're going to get, fucking laid out. So it just creates a certain conviction in the things that I say and the things that I do. And for a lot of men, it's like that. You know, a lot of women will just say whatever. Pops in their fucking head. They don't have to fear reprisal. Most women aren't going to fucking attack you unless you're like in a female prison. You know what I'm saying? And it helps you to steer things to a peaceful solution because you know exactly how bad things can hit. Sorry, my OCD is being a poor. So it's that's what I'm saying. I just Jake Paul just ran his mouth endlessly, thinking, "Oh, I can just say whatever I want to." Like, every once in a while, you run into somebody you shouldn't have fucked with. Can at least give me fucking CTA is the worst. Can at least give me and my headset keeps coming out. There you go.
So, and I love how they actually have a manual. He just sucks, you know? I can't think of the last time that I've actually seen someone I hated so much, Like, even if somebody loses or I'm rooting for somebody to win, I'm not rooting for somebody else to lose. But he just has a punchable fucking face. And then just give me, he's gonna pop off. He's gonna pop off to fucking Mike Tyson, and he's gonna put his nose in a different zip code from his face. And then please give me, who's gonna do them? And then please give me for doing my asses. And then please give me for doing my asses. Look this way. Yeah, I like how they at least had the manual. Hey, look, and then please give me for doing my asses. And then please give me for doing them. And then please give me for doing my asses. Look this way. Oh well, I have bad spells with OCD and then it goes away. But still, like I said, it's just crazy. And he's just been such a dick for so long, man. Somebody's got to eventually check him, He's gotten away with so much stuff, like stuff nobody else could get away with, I swear to God. Like I said, if somebody did that, shit with the body, if anybody else did that besides the Paul brother, they would be banned from YouTube forever, and they'd most likely be fucking sued, and they could go to fucking jail for that shit. He got off so fucking lucky. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. Yeah, like your whole life. Your whole life has been a severe and continuous lapse in judgment, dog. God, please give me if he doesn't do them. I mean, this is the guy that literally had a kissing contest with his friends, with a girl, and he let his dad kiss her. This chick was like 17, his dad was like 40. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Oh, she's blindfolded. Like, this is like, that's his idea. Oh, it's a prank, bro. God, prank channels, man. Literally, you hawking gambling to children. Making a literal song about fucking merch. Buy merch. Buy it all. Fuck it, like he fucked his brother's girlfriend. You don't do that. You don't fuck your boyfriend, your brother's or your sister's girlfriend. Like, that's like one of the biggest no-nos. And just in the bro code. I never these give me for doing my asses. And it's not like he loved her. I could maybe understand if he fell in love with her and he just had to be with her. He just fucked her. So, like, with you, you're fucking people, and then you're fucking people, and you're letting your dad kiss him, and you're fucking your brother's girlfriend. What is this, like your family pass between? It's like a watering hole, but it's bitches. Like, it's a fucking family affair. What's going on, man? This isn't fucking My Family Pies. I know he's gonna do masses. I do this. Let's go this way. Hold on a second. Let me look at the trophies real quick for this game. God damn, these give me. This and do them. God damn, these give me. For doing and do them. Excuse me. God damn, these give me. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love how you can get different characters and switch between in this game. It's awesome. Ah, fuck, I totally forgot about that you just automatically fall to your death if there's stairs below you. And, like, that's one of the things that Castlevania 3 does really well. Like, half the stages are optional. You choose between A or B. And then you have the multiple characters you can switch between. Which hadn't been done, it wasn't really popular in the game. So even though this is like a return to form from the original Castlevania, to the original Castlevania, they still did their own thing that differentiated and set it apart, which is really cool. Now we're on like a pirate galleon. That's kind of cool. Oh, what the? I thought that was floor. Oh, that's so fucking lame. That's another reason why I love Castlevania 4, because they made so many huge improvements. They made it so you could whip in any direction. Made it so you could do the whole, where you hold the whip button. and you can move the whip around in a circle, which doesn't do anything, which is fun. They had it so you can crouch walk. They made it so you can swing with the whip. And they made it so you could jump into the stairs. Like, before you have to be at the foot of the stairs, and you can't, even if you jump onto the stairs, you won't latch onto it. In Castlevania 4, you can actually jump onto the stairs, which makes sense, so above you. And then, in Castlevania 4, stuff doesn't knock you back, so it's like, a lot of these games, the original Castlevania games, you would instantly die if you're by a ledge. And it's like, a lot of these Castlevania games were brutally difficult. And while I love the games, they're like brutally difficult in a way that's not fun. Castlevania 4 is still hard. Like, it's by no means a fucking easy game. But Castlevania 4 brought down the difficulty to where it was hard, but fair. It felt like just the amount of difficult. Like, you had to try, but it wasn't fucking bullshit difficulty. The amazing graphics, the amazing levels, like, Castlevania 4 is so fucking great. Okay, so the yellow tile crack. Gotcha. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna save here. Ah, see, that there's stuff in the background that keeps looking like it's part of the level. Like it's a ledge and it's not. It's fucking me up. Like, that looks like a ledge jut out right there instead of the background. Ah, shit. Oh, that's a tricky jump. I won't. No, red skeletons are the fucking worst. Oh, you motherfucker. See? That should not have killed me by any fucking stretch. But it did because it was by ledge. Like, that's bullshit. That's fucking lame. Oh, well, I still really do love this game. That sounds like I'm bitching a lot, but I really do love classic Castlevania. Yeah, and he has cheese, yeah. Finally got that fucker, okay. We're moving forward. Yeah, what a little bitch. Oh, shit. Nope. Fuck. Oh, well. I'm still making progress. Ah! Oh, well. And what spurred me to do this is I actually, out of fucking nowhere, just recently, they, released the Castlevania DS collection, and I've been asking for that for ages, you know? Because the DS ones are one of the last Castlevania games that had yet to be re-released. And emulating them is far from ideal because of the DS setup. It takes a lot of customizing and tweaks to get that to work properly. And because the actual physical copies of the DS games are now so fucking expensive, like, it's just unfeasible to buy legit DS games now. So I wanted the DS games to come to modern platforms so they could not cost a ton of money for a legit copy, so they could have all the amenities of modern hardware, and so they could get proper dual screen support, because you can technically do DS on PC, but it's not ideal, and especially not comparable to what a team can do with a full port. So I was waiting for them to announce the DS games, and then they just shadow dropped it. They literally announced it the day it released. I'm like, what? And then not only that, but they included a brand new fucking game. Like, Haunted Castle was arcade game. You know, it was a Castlevania arcade game, but it was shit. It was made to take people's quarters. So while people thought the graphics for Haunted Castle were good, obviously they were as an arcade machine, so it was graphics better than you could get at home. The actual game sucked. And it's most Castlevania fans will display it as like a curiosity. The actual game's not very good. And then they fucking remade Haunted Castle. Called it Haunted Castle Revisited. And it's like a top-to-bottom remake. And not just a remake, but a redesign. So they went back and they remade the game to look way better, but it's still pixels, still 16-bit. Okay. And then they also rebalanced the game to not be fucking shit. So it was like they took some of the same ideas from Haunted Castle, but reworked it into an actual good game. And Haunted Castle has just been totally reworked, and you can't get that anywhere else. So it's like they threw a brand new game into the fucking collection. So it's not like they just the DS games have been enough to get me interested, because I'm waiting for them to come to consoles. But it's like, hey, here's a new game that's never been played before. You can only get here. And the fact that they took a bad game and they just made it fucking awesome is so cool. And we haven't had a Castlevania game in like 10 years. And I know it's Haunted Castle, but Haunted Castle is a Castlevania game, and it has whip and vampire, so it's a Castlevania game. So it's like, after all this time, we got a fucking new side-scrolling Castlevania game. That's so cool. So I got the DS collection. I'm like, well, there's been a bunch of Castlevania games I either haven't played or I haven't beaten. So I'm like, why don't I just go through and I play through most of them? Not all of them, because, you know, like Castlevania 2 sucks donkey dick. The original Game Boy games, Castlevania The Adventure, sucks ass. Some of the Castlevania games are awful, and I don't want to play games I don't like. Like, I'm not AVGN. Like, I'm not going to put that much effort into a game I despise when I'm just not having fun. There are people who can, and I love AVGN. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, one of my favorite content creators. And he can turn a bad game into something good. But he has to sit there and play a terrible game for hours on end to record footage, edit, and write it. I could not spend that much time playing a game I fucking hate. It would drive me insane. I want to play games I like. And as much as I love AVGN and I love his content because he's fucking amazing, he basically helped create commentaries we know it, and video game reviewing as we know it as a format. And, you know, internet rants. Like, he's so influential. I wouldn't want to be him in his position playing games I hate all the time. Like, it's an exception when he plays a game he likes. So, you know, but I want to play the good Castlevanias. I played 1, I played through and beat 1 because it's not that long earlier. I'm playing 3. After I beat 3, I'm going to do Castlevania 4. I'm going to do, you know, Dracula X Chronicles. I'm going to do Rondo of Blood, Symphony of the Night, all the GBA games, all the DS games. I'm just going to do pretty much all the ones that I can. And then, depending on that goes, after that, then I'll probably do Lords of Shadow, because technically speaking, Lords of Shadow is the end of the modern series, not counting Haunted Castle Revisited. And they kind of stand out as their own thing, so it kind of makes sense to do them last. But, you know, I intend to go through a majority of these, and probably even finish it off with like a playthrough of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, because Bloodstained is great, and it's literally made to be a modern successor to Symphony of the Night, and I own it as well. And Curse of the Moon, which is literally made to be like a modern successor to this game. Fuck. If I, depending on how I feel, I don't want to promise too much in advance, because I don't want to under deliver, and it's possible I'll get burnt out. Like I'll play a bunch of Castlevania games, and then midway through I'll just be like, man, I don't want to play anymore. But I want to do a lot of them, and I don't intend to marathon these. I intend to keep coming back to this. I intend for this to be a series that I keep coming back to. That's why I called it the Belmont Saga, because it's multiple games that I'm going to keep coming back to. Like, I'll probably be playing Castlevania games weeks from now. Like, I'll play Castlevania, then I'll play something else. Like, even if I really like the game, if I just force myself to play it, and play nothing else, I'll get tired of it. Like, I know some people, like my father, he can play a game in one game for hundreds of hours, not play a single other game, then when he's done, he moves on. I can't do that. I can't just play one game and only one game for a considerable period of time. Or I get to the point where even if it's a game I like, I'll get tired of it and sick of it, and I won't want to play it anymore. It's better if I play something else, and then come back to it. That's why, like, I have a roster. Because if I just played something and then left, I would never finish anything. So I have a roster. I'll pick like 10, 15 games, and I will slowly play through each one of them. I'll play this here, I'll play this here, play this here. That way, I'm getting variety. I'm switching it up. I'm not doing the same thing, playing the same thing over and over again, but I'm making progress on each game. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, pizza. Chris will suck my teeth. So that way I'm progressing, I'm getting variety, because I already said I like a wide variety of games. I like action games, like hard games, like open world games, like linear games, I like shorter games, like I truly do love gaming as a whole. I don't just love one genre. I love shooters, third-person shooters, first-person shooters. I love old games, I love new games. So I really do love variety. So this way, by having a roster of games, I can spice it up and keep the variety, but I'm still making progress on each of the game bit by bit, and so I'm still finishing them eventually. I'm still consistently making progress. And that's what works the best for me. So I don't, I'm playing a bunch of Castlevania right now, but I'm going to break that up with other games in between. And like I said, depending on how it goes, I have other games I can add. Like, I have the PS2 era Castlevania games. They did 2 3D Castlevania games on PS2 and Xbox. Castlevania Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness, which are both really good. They're both 3D Castlevanias that were actually good. Like, they were the first good 3D Castlevania games after the 64 games were fucking awful. Lament of Innocence is like the canonical start of the story, and then Curse of Darkness is like takes place during this game, but like after this game, like shortly after this game, and has you playing as the guy who used to serve Dracula, Forge Master. And has, like you creating weapons and almost like kind of like a Pokemon system. It's cool, but it's like a hack and slash. So I could do those, but I have to capture them off my screen with the tablet. But if enough people want me to do it and I feel like doing it, I will, because I do own the games. Then, also at the end, there's 3 Lords of Shadow games that I own all 3, but I can't stream any of them with the capture card, because like I said, Konami blocks them. Because Konami did that with a lot of old games for some stupid fucking reason. They did that for the MGS games, Peace Walk and all that. Not the new versions, thankfully, but the old versions, when you play them backwards compatible, their streaming was blocked. I guess so they didn't have to renew the rights, because there's a lot of archival footage and music, copyrighted music. That's my guess. But why they would do that to Castlevania, I don't know, because the music in that's not copyrighted. It's just orchestral. I don't, who knows. why Konami does what Konami does. This was during their heel turn. Now Konami's trying to turn it around, but this is when they're still being bitches. So I could do that. It just all depends. You know, I don't want to overpromise, but it's definitely in the back of my head to do, you know, because in one way or another, I do own the vast majority of Castlevania games. There's a few Castlevania games that I don't own, but I mean, just about every major Castlevania game I own. I'm a huge fan of Castlevania and Konami in general, so I have most of the games, and the ones that I don't have, I don't really want, to be honest with you. Like most of them, like some Castlevania games fucking suck. Like, you know, like the Castlevania 64 2, they both suck donkey dick. Like, I could technically emulate them on my phone. I've actually tried just as curiosity. Those games are so bad I don't want to play them. Like, they're fucking terrible. You know, Simon's Quest I own, but I don't want to play it because it fucking sucks. And then, you know, stuff like that. Ugh. Sorry, fucking bugs. Set up constant trap spray. Either way, you know, so I definitely do intend to do a bunch of Castlevania games, but how much I do in a row, you know, will depend on how I feel. Because I might play through 4 or 5 and then, oh, I'm tired. And then I might be excited, you know, because right now I'm playing the second game and I finished Castlevania 1 and I just, like, immediately moved into Castlevania 3. And, like, didn't miss a beat, and I'm not, like, burned out on it at all. I'm having a good time, actually, with 3. And I'm really looking forward to Castlevania 4 after that, because it's one of my favorite Castlevania games ever. So it's like, it's only getting better, you know? And then I'm looking forward to playing through... oh, God, fucking bugs. I'm looking forward to playing through the Metroidvania games. Because a lot of them I own... but I haven't played extensively. I've played all of the GBA Castlevania games, but I haven't played them extensively. Oh my god, the fucking stupid bugs get in my camera. Jesus Christ, of all the fucking places you could crawl. Ugh. And then every time they crawl by, I feel fucking trashy. Even though like I said, you know, I fucking spray my room daily. I vacuum every fucking day. People see cockroaches and just assume I'm dirty. Oh well. But, I've only played one of the Castlevania games back in the day on the DS, the Portrait of Ruin, which I liked, but I never finished. So there's, like, a lot of them are new to me, so I'm looking forward to getting really into them and seeing all they have to offer. You fucking kidding me, bro? What the fuck? No. Fuck. I'm not doing it. Sorry, my O.C.G. God never please give me for doing no sins and deals and them. Okay. Ugh, whatever. And I really do hope that we get some more Castlevania games soon. I know Haunted Castle Revisited, but that's still not a full budget Castlevania game. It's awesome. I love it. They did an amazing job, but it's still not a full budget Castlevania game with the full, you know, team behind it. You know, Konami has been trying to come back from the dead and trying to make amends for what they did. Because, you know, Konami was a fucking bitch, but almost everyone who worked at the company when they fucked over Kojima and they went, like, awful, is no longer even there anymore. Like, they had a total turnover. Like, the whole company's different now. So, like, they are legitimately trying to turn around because it wasn't them that did it. Like, so these are different people who are trying to right the ship from these assholes. So they're bringing back all these classic series, you know? they're bringing back Silent Hill with the Silent Hill 2 remake, and you know the Silent Hill F, which is a new game that's in the works. We don't know much about it, but it'll be a brand new Silent Hill game they're working on. They're trying to bring back Metal Gear Solid with Metal Gear Solid Delta. So it's like Konami is trying to revive all of their classic series, and like Castlevania is literally the fucking game series that put Konami on the map. There would not be a Konami like there is now without Castlevania. So, you know, I'm hoping with them bringing back all their other classic series that we can finally get a new full-budget Castlevania game. I don't even need to be like that. It can be 2D. Just give us another Metroidvania, you know what I'm saying? Just something. It's such an important series. It's helped define gaming. And it deserves more than just being left to rot. And you know, vampires and shit like that's in right now, so... Oh man, and I'm so excited for Soul Reaver Remastered now that we're talking about vampires. Fuck, I'm stoked for that. Dude, I squealed like a little fucking girl. Like, I was so fucking gobsmacked, man. And, like, they're really taking this to the next level. Like, the remaster of Soul Reaver that's coming out is so, like, in-depth. And, like, it's not just a quick port. Like, I'm a huge fucking lifelong fan of Legacy of Kain, okay? Like, I played the first game when I was 3. My father played it, like, in front of me when I was a baby. Like, I am such a diehard fucking fan of Legacy of Kain. Soul Reaver helped form who I am as a person. It helped form what I look for in games. It was like pivotal in my character growth. And, you know, so I'm such a huge fan that I would literally be just okay with them making a port that's minimal effort, because it would just be allowing me to play it on modern systems. That would still be enough for me, because I love it so much. But they are fucking really going all out on these remasters and putting so much effort in. Oh my god. Completely remade character models. All the textures are remade. All the lighting is remade. All the particle effects are remade. Modernized controls. Being able to quick save and quick load anywhere. Having a full map, you know, because the original game can be hard to move around. Having commentary art gallery. Letting explore lost levels, running at 60 FPS, 4K. Being able to toggle between the old graphics and the new graphics instantly. Like, I had hoped that they would, if they're remastering it, that they would put in some work and add some good stuff. But this is 100,000% exceeding my expectations in every way. It is so fucking impressive. And we haven't had. We haven't had a Legacy of Kain game in over 20 years. The series has been dormant for 20 years. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again. The series has been dormant for 20 fucking years. Okay? So the fact that it's coming back after 20 years, and they're putting so much effort into it, makes my heart soar to levels that, like, I can't even properly describe. Oh, that's lame. It's like the only way that you can stop that. I'm trying to. How do you like? Do I just have to jump over the fucking? I'm really good. Do I have to hit him when he's doing it, or? Like, I legitimately don't understand how I'm supposed to avoid that fucking magic ray attack. I'm trying to. It's not just beating the boss. He doesn't give me a fucking health regen. Oh my god. That's what I said. Come on, hey, look, goddamn, please give me for doing sons of S's. Oh shit, I see my spike sense tingling. And I fucking needed that. Wow. I was almost dead, almost full health. That's great. I like that you can switch characters, but that, like, delay between switching characters, maybe it's caused by a tech thing, is just kind of lame, though, because, like, it takes so long. You can't, like, seamlessly switch. Oh man, they have the, like, balancing things? Fuck. Oh, Jesus, yeah, I'm gonna be safe swimming a lot through this part. Oh my god, give me a fucking break. Yeah, I'm gonna reload. Man, that wizard's fireball is super powerful. Great. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, I feel like a boss coming on, like a major boss. Yep. Oh. Oh shit, it's a mummy. Oh fuck me. Another fucking Cyclops, what the fuck? For real? Wow. Wow, okay. Hold on a second. Oh, fuck me, okay. Okay, I know I'm gonna approach this now. Oh fuck, I did it. Oh, looks like we're in the castle now. Thing. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be back.